You've shot celebrities all over. What's the most exciting project you've ever worked on?
I would have to say, just out of personal fulfillment of working with good people, it would have been, besides occasionally working with you guys, it would have been good days. It would have been working with Daniel Radcliffe. For the amount of years that I did, I shot his publicity photographs over like 4 or 5 different films. Just to see somebody his age, the first time I photographed him, he was 15 years old, and I shot with him all the way up to he was like 21.
Now, tell me this. I know a bit of this story, but refresh me for it. You have an eye condition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for you, your livelihood is photography.
Yeah.
And you have one of the most amazing eyes I've ever seen from the photo shoots that I've seen you do. You really captivate talent in a way that is unlike any other. You've shot magazine covers. Yeah. Actually, our wedding cover for People magazine, you shot that. But so how does your eye condition affect what you do?
It can be difficult at times. It's a kind of a genetic degenerative. That's genetic degenerative. You put that into one word and you call it generic. Condition where my cornea, the lens of the eye is actually degenerating and thinning out and buckling. So I actually wear 4 contact lenses to be able to...
What?
Yeah, so I actually wear 2 sets of lenses in each eye. And then when I'm working on the computer, I have those lenses in, and then I wear my glasses, to be able to do my Photoshop.
He doesn't just take that much time in the morning to do his hair.
Yeah, you're thinking that this doesn't happen in 5 minutes.
No, wait, how does that... So... How do you close your eyelids if you have like quadruple up lenses in your eyes?
You learn. It's and the outer set of lenses are I guess they're hard lenses, so they're really thick, and they're dual convex because they're designed to shape to the inside of the eye, and then the lens is on the outside. So it's what I have to do to be able to see, and even then, my vision isn't perfect, so I tend to shoot a little bit by feel. I'm not, obviously I can drive and do things like that. That's fine. But the thing that I miss the most about this condition is that the process of taking the lenses out, cleaning the hard lenses, taking the soft lenses out that are underneath, throwing those and all that. That's something you do every morning, every night, and. I was a very voracious reader, of books and novels and things like that, and I love doing that in bed for an hour before I fall asleep, and you just can't do that. I miss being able to do something in bed, flick through a magazine or something and put it down and go to sleep, because then I'd have to get up and go,
put your lenses back in and all this again.
So are you asking us to read to you before
Please.
bed?
That would be great.
I read good bedtime stories.
Excellent.
I have a book that's perfect for you. It's for kids
Princess Bride.
4 to 8. Builder Brothers, Big Plans.
Oh, excellent.
I can also read Princess Bride, and I can do the voice of the priest. Marriage.
That was one of the funniest things I ever saw at the wedding.
Oh my gosh, JD and Annalie went all out with their wedding being a themed wedding.
Yeah. Multi-themed.
Everyone had to dress up as a movie character, and then the priest or the officiant dressed up as the priest from
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. That was hilarious.
Absolutely brilliant.
So for you, what would be the ultimate exciting adventure for you? Something that you've had a lot of worldly experiences, a lot of sort of celebrity interaction, but what would be something for you that would bring out that inner child, that excitement?
Pretty much anything to do with flight and aviation. I love, as a kid growing up, one of the things that I loved more than anything in the world was airplanes and the space program, and I was a bit of a sci-fi nerd. I love Star Trek, but anything to do with flying, and I'm excited about sort of the edge of the atmosphere stuff that hopefully we'll all be able to at least do in our lifetime, I just one of the things I think that I haven't had a chance to do yet, which I really want to do, is get into a like a fighter jet, like do that sort of ride along in an F-16 or something like that.
And we've actually done the NASA experience in down in Houston.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool for us. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that NASA has so many inventions as well.
Yeah.
They would try to create things that would make it more practical on the spaceship or in on the moon or wherever they're going.
Yeah.
And these certain things that didn't pan out the way they thought they would for space end up being new inventions that worked on Earth.
Yeah.
I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure the microwave is one of them.
Wow.
I think so.
I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure that dash hounds, dogs, that's one of them. No, I made that up. I totally made that up. Aluminum foil.
Aluminium foil?
Sorry, aluminium foil. And that was another one.
You got to throw in more vowels and...
Aluminium.
But when we went through, they were showing us, there was a whole list. I just can't think off the top of my head, but there's a whole list of these things. And then also, like, they're rovers.
Yes.
But they have the ability, like, they took us out in the parking lot and drove us around.
Yeah.
And, I've always had this dream when I drive that to parallel park.
Yeah.
You just drive up next to the spot, your wheels turn 45 degrees, and then you slide into the spot.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. Yeah.
Wait, 45 degrees? 90 degrees?
90 degrees.
90 degrees, yeah, that makes more sense.
180
90 degrees into the
And you
spot,
just
and you're
slide
good.
Yeah.
But this vehicle actually does that, but it doesn't have to be a hard turn at 90 like that. It actually can go, it can drive
shimmy.
circular.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
And so they were showing that. They also put us into their zero gravity, where we were basically, they would simulate. It's almost like it looks like a transformer, and it grabs you.
Yeah.
And it holds you, and they'll
Calculates your weight.
Yeah,
depending where you are, whether
So
you're
you
at
don't
the
have
space
to go into
station.
that Llama Comet line,
Well, it's also just showing you how much gravity is affected. So, like if you were on the moon, the gravity is less than if you were on the space station, which is less than when you're on Earth.
Yeah.
And so they put in the calculation, and then they just show you, like, I just use like the strength of my finger to push off. And if I was out on the moon or past the moon, boom, I'm up 20 feet right away. Whereas the gravity holds you a little stronger the closer you're in. And so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, the best part of that part
Yeah.
was the food. We got to eat space food.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
was
It was
a
pretty
lot like
delicious.
Earth
Yeah.
food.
You can buy that. You can buy those kits now. I mean, I think going back to that, I'm super excited about these planned excursions to Mars. Like, I would be the first person to sign up for that if they open it to the public to go on a
What if
one-way
it ends
trip.
up being like a one-way trip?
That's why I said, especially if it's a one-way trip, I'd be out there.
No!
Yeah.
It's like,
Our favorite photographer.
Goodbye, planet Earth.